Hello and welcome back to Invincible Asia. I'm George Clark and today I get to check out the 4K UHD Blu-ray release of China O'Brien 1 and 2 from Vinegar Syndrome. Don't forget folks, before we go any further, if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, ring the bell and all that jibber jabber, and thank you very much for supporting Invincible Asia.
Do I have to call in for your arrest?
Well, this is pretty exciting because no sooner did I have the Eureka Video UK 4K release of China O'Brien 1 and 2 in my collection whenever Vinegar Syndrome had put this out in North America, and I thought I have to get my hands on this. Now, it's not that these movies are anywhere close to favourites of mine. I really enjoy them. I just feel they could have been a lot more exciting. They become very generic, but you know what? You've got Robert Klaus directing. If you want to hear my true thoughts on it, watch that Eureka opening. I'm not going to bore you with them here. But given the fact that this has more of that stunning artwork done by the same person who does all of Vinegar Syndrome releases, who I keep saying needs to make a Cynthia Rothrock comic book, I had to get my hands on this, without a doubt. Now, let me take you back quickly. I'm not going to bore you too long, but of course, the first time I ever saw China O'Brien was in the docu-film Best of the Martial Arts. Deadliest Art, Best of the Martial Arts Films. That has a few titles there, whatever you want to call it. But soon after that, it came out in the UK on VHS. And I really, as a young teen, really enjoyed it. As I got older, I got bored by that kind of Midwest setting of it. I really didn't really like that. And then, of course, China O'Brien 2 followed up pretty soon afterwards. And I felt it was a better film overall. I just felt there was maybe a wee bit more to enjoy in it. But I still rate them kind of the same there. Unfortunately, I missed picking up an X rental on the first one, which is a shame, but I am looking out for it. Anyway, I never did find it on DVD. I think Germany had put out a DVD release of it. There was very few DVD stores ever selling China O'Brien. I never saw it really anywhere, especially here in the UK. So whenever both Eureka Video and Vinegar Syndrome announced that they were doing a full 4K release, I was very excited for it. Now, this is Eureka's version, as you can see. Very different to what Vinegar Syndrome have put out there. When you just see the absolute jam-packed box set that I'm gonna open up with you, but I still really enjoyed this. This was a beautiful 4K release. Very retro design, which I loved. The extras were pretty cool, a lot of interviews on there, but overall a fantastic release. Inside there you can see that classic poster art, which I'm really hoping that they have kept with the Vinegar Syndrome release too. So that will be going up against what Vinegar Syndrome have put out here. Anyway, look at this absolutely gorgeous piece. Already I'm loving it a bit more because this artwork is just stunning. Absolutely stunning. Let's see, any limited editions? There's nothing there to say at the moment, but let's pop out what's inside here if I can get it. Oh, we have got it. We've got it. Yeah. So here's the this is the original artwork that I adored and couldn't understand why we never got this in the UK. We got that really badly fake designed cover, which has been copied on tons of things over the years, but this is what I wanted to have. I wanted these VHSs with these amazingly cool covers. I really love those. They're stunning. Inside there also there's a booklet, which is fantastic, and of course the box is just beautifully done, sturdy as fuck and wonderful as always from Vinegar Syndrome. Pop that there for now. Pop the book there for now. I can't get over this artwork. I just love it. It's just beautiful. I'm really glad that they have used it as their inner slip for the movie. Okay, sliding that on out there, we have got so the artwork that obviously carries over from the box here, as you can see. This time I've come prepared because I am sick to death of trying to open these things. And it takes me forever, and then I have to cut the video. Fuck me, I've just sliced it open and I still can't open it. What is going on? I've got the grip of a 2-year-old. Bloody hell. Right, now we're in. I wouldn't be a serial killer, like. I wouldn't make a good killer. Anyway, 4K, UHD, loving the black case, as always. Region A only, obviously, because Eureka Video have it here. But very excited to get into this. Wow. Absolutely beautiful. Okay, wow. Okay, there's a lot of extra features here, so bear with me. Additional information and special features. 4K UHD Disc 1 contains the 90-minute feature presentation of China O'Brien, presented in Dolby Vision HDR and newly scanned and restored from its 35mm original camera negative, with the following sound options. English mono soundtrack and a brand new commentary track with martial arts film experts Frank Zheng and John Charles. Then on the 4K UHD disc number 2, it contains the 86-minute feature presentation of China O'Brien 2, presented in Dolby Vision HDR and newly scanned restored from its 35mm original camera negative, with the following sound options. Original English 2.0 stereo soundtrack and a brand new commentary track with martial arts film experts Frank Zheng and John Charles. Wow, okay. Also included are 2 Blu-ray discs. That would explain why it's so thick. The Blu-ray disc 1 contains China O'Brien along with the following special features. Cynthia Rothrock is China O'Brien. Yes, we all know that. 19 minutes, a brand new interview with Cynthia Rothrock. A Worthwhile Journey, the martial artist of China O'Brien at 33 minutes. A brand new featurette with actors Richard Norton, Keith Cook and Chris Casamassa. Melanie Good is Stripper Assassin. Can't believe they've interviewed this girl for this. 11 minutes, a brand new interview with actress Melanie Good, who is the stripper from part 2. The stripper assassin from part 2, I should say. What do we got? Casting China. 11 minutes, a brand new interview with casting director Katrine McGregor. Composing China. 11 minutes. A brand new featurette with composers David Weekley and Paul Antonelli. The making of a martial arts movie. 39 minutes in length. An archival making of documentary on China O'Brien. Fabulous, because that was one thing I do believe was missing from Eureka's. Was that in the best of the martial arts films, the documentary, there is a lot of making of scenes from China O'Brien. And I thought that that would be one thing that would be included in here, and it wasn't. As far as I can remember. I'm nearly sure. I watched that many fucking movies, guys. I can't remember everything. I'm nearly sure it wasn't on there, but it was something I had questioned. Where did that making of go? Now it's here on Vinegar Syndromes, hopefully, which I'm very, very excited for. Archival video interview with Cynthia Rothrock and Richard Norton, courtesy of the Cynthia Rothrock channel on YouTube, and that runs for 26 minutes. Archival video interview with Cynthia Rothrock, courtesy of Cynthia Rothrock channel on YouTube, at 12 minutes. Original trailers for both films, still gallery, and Blu-ray disc 2 just contains China O'Brien 2. That's it. Okay, very excited. I mean, there's a lot going on there, which is wonderful, and the fact that so many extras are different to what Eureka are putting out there is even better. I am definitely going to be keeping hold of both, without a doubt there. Okay, inside we have got... Wow. Okay, so we have got 4K, Blu-ray, and Blu-ray. Very good. Very, very nice. Okay, let me slide out that cover and see if there's anything. Yep. So what do we got? We've got both sides of the box art here, as you can see, which I'm loving. Again, this artist is fabulous, and the work that he does here with Cindy's movies are just incredible. Really love it, and I do feel we should have a multiverse of comic book of Cynthia Rothrock adventures. Please. I keep saying it. Please. Okay. What else have we got here? We have got the book, China O'Brien 1 and 2. And on the back here, my good friend Richard Norton hanging on to a pole. For me, he was like one of the highlights of this movie. And it was one of the first questions I asked him when I interviewed him was like, how do you kick in those jeans? I've never seen anyone kick as well as they do in a pair of jeans like Richard Norton. Okay, let me get stuck into this. There's going to be a lot to read here. Legacy of Blonde Rage. Love the book, beautifully designed. Nice paper, very nice paper. Smells delightful. But I'm very excited to see what they've done. And there's a good chance that, you know what, to the ordinary person, the pictures from both this and Eureka's could be pretty much extremely similar. And that's fine. You know what, I think you really have to be pretty anal and dig deep when you're looking for slight differences between these restorations from distributors in America and the UK. Some, yes, some are stand out different, and when that happens I will absolutely point it out there. But if it's something that's just really not worth bringing up, that's fine too. Very nice. That's a great book. Looking forward to reading that. Okay, I am going to go now check out everything that I possibly can on this. I love this collection, this whole box set. It is absolutely beautiful. I mean, it wins in terms of design. That is absolutely the best release of China O'Brien, without a doubt. It is stunning, absolutely stunning. I'm going to go check all this out, put it up against the UK release from Eureka Video, and come right back and let you know what I think. So, just back after checking out the Vinegar Syndrome 4K UHD Blu-ray release of China O'Brien 1 and 2, and I have to say, this is an incredible set, and for me, absolutely the ultimate edition of these movies. Compared to the Eureka release, which I really, really liked, but that's in comparison a one-disc set, a one-disc release, whereas this is 4 discs. You have, each movie gets a 4K disc, each movie gets a Blu-ray disc. All the extras are compiled here on one disc of the Blu-rays, which allows all that space for the quality to be ramped up on each of the 4Ks. And it works because the difference there, it's very, very slight, don't get me wrong. As I say, I enjoyed what Eureka done there and it looks beautiful, but that comparison and the colours and the difference in what Vinegar Syndrome have put out on each of their prints is actually very, very noticeable. Now, I've put in the China O'Brien 1 Blu-ray disc. As I say, all the extra features are on here. There's nothing on the China O'Brien 2 Blu-ray disc. This is the menu layout for all the discs there. So both China O'Brien versions, this is it. China O'Brien 2 has the 2 on the end. They're pretty shite menus, and that's probably the only downfall of this set. Everything else is quite amazing. I'm going to quickly pass it over to the extras though, because there's a lot to get through here, and I mean a lot, but it's absolutely worth your time and effort. Now, I did watch both movies in their English language options. I went back and watched them again with the audio commentaries from Frank Jiang and John Charles, both of which were very entertaining, definitely very informative. Some questionable moments that I was like, I don't think that's right, or maybe there was more to it than that, or you hear different stories. And that's the thing, when you look back on many interviews with Cynthia Rothrock, for example, including those on here, there are different approaches to questions on the movie. There are different memories, there's different things there. I'm not saying she's losing the plot by any means. Obviously these were shot a long time ago and she's done a mass amount in between those, but even with the audio commentaries, there's things being said that you hear from other audio commentaries or read in other articles that may be slightly different. Anyway, still very fun, very informative. I didn't really need to go into all that, I just thought I would. Okay, what do we got here? We got Cynthia Rothrock is China O'Brien. This is a brand new interview with Cynthia Rothrock. Always a pleasure to watch and listen to. That ran for 19 minutes. A fun piece yet again, listening to her talk about these two movies that really kind of put her on the global martial arts cinema map, I suppose. Then you have A Worthwhile Journey, The Martial Artist of China BRIEN. Absolutely adored this piece. Opens with the wonderful Richard Norton. Also interviews Keith Cook and Chris Casamassa. It does say there. I should have just looked at that. But yes, that was a very fun piece as well. Cuts to interviews with them, cuts to clips throughout the movie. Ran for just under 33 minutes in length, so a very lengthy interview all in all. Then we have got Casting China. No, we have got Melanie Good is Stripper Assassin. Runs for just over 11 minutes. Seems like a nice girl. A wee bit dizzy about it. It's an interview that I'm going to be honest, I don't feel even needed to be on there. Her part wasn't all that in China O'Brien too, but you know what? It's another extra piece, so give it a check out. It's funny because sometimes she even questions, was the director a man or a woman? Then we have, again, the Casting China, a brand new interview with the casting director, Katrine McGregor. I mean, this was just okay for me. I don't think she did a great job because apart from the main stars of the show, I think the rest of the cast were pretty shite. But hey, whatever, what do I know? That again runs for probably around 11 minutes, just over 11 minutes in length. Worth a watch if you're interested. For me, it was just okay. After that, we have Composing China, a brand new featurette with composers Dave Wheatley and Paul Antonelli. This was fun. Two very likable people. Split screen Skype call, I suppose. Ran for just under 11 minutes in length. But a lot of fun. A lot of fun hearing about how their careers kicked off and where they got to together to come for China O'Brien and make some pretty rocking pieces there, which I do enjoy. I have to say, the soundtrack for the most of China O'Brien is pretty cool. Then we have The Making of a Martial Arts Movie, The Making of China O'Brien, and I have been dying to see this for so long. There's really not a lot of making of documentaries or featurettes for Cynthia Rothrock movies, so this is one that really has always been of interest to me, as I said before, and that was something I always wondered why Eureka didn't put on there, but to have it here now, I think ran for, Jesus, it was lengthy, like it was probably about 39-40 minutes in length, which is fantastic. Now the only bad thing about it is it's presented in 4:3 and it is VHS quality, pure 90s, like I mean it's absolutely screaming 1990 or 1989, 1990. So you see that, you feel that with all the editing style and the graphics and things like that. But it's pretty cool to watch, and everyone is so fresh-faced, everyone is so excited about the production, and everyone is having a great time. I mean, it looked like such a fun set to be on, honestly. Give me a whole new impression of this movie and those behind it, of course. Definitely worth checking out. My favourite extra possibly on here. Then you have an archival video interview with Cynthia Rothrock and Richard Norton, taken from her YouTube channel, which was brilliant to see. I had the chance of interviewing Richard myself, and it's kind of done in a similar pattern there, which was really nice. Sometimes quality drops. It did for me as well. Just the internet connection would kind of lower and drop in quality a bit, but you get the gist of it, and it is a fantastic interview over throughout. That ran for probably about 26 minutes or just over. And then you have an interview from Cynthia's YouTube channel again, just an interview with her. She's answering some Q&As on China O'Brien. I think that ran for about 12 minutes in all, and it's a good piece to listen to. And again, something a bit different to what she talks about in her main interview, because she's relaxed a bit more, I suppose, and a bit more casual about the whole thing. But it's great to see. You will hear some of the same things between each of those interviews, but put across in a different way. Then we have got the original video trailers, which are pretty cool. Again, low res, unrestored. I urge you to watch these first before you go into the movies if you haven't already. They're absolutely cool trailers and well worth seeing. But then when you check those out and allow that quality to sink in with you there, and then jump into those 4K discs, I mean, it is just incredible, the cleanup that people do on these movies. I absolutely loved it. Then you have a stills gallery, which was just okay. There was nothing special about this at all. Ran for just over 2 minutes in length. But overall, for me, the ultimate release. From the packaging, to the design of it, to the extras, to the prints themselves, everything about this is just gorgeous. I just wish they'd done a wee bit more with the menus, to be honest. Anyway, double thumbs up for me. If I had a third one, I'd be putting that up too. Super glad that it's in my collection, out now from Vinegar Syndrome. So thank you once again for watching another video here on Invincible Asia. Don't forget you can check out hundreds of others here on the channel. You can also show your continued support by heading over to my new merch store or by checking out invincibleasia.com, where you can read my full movie reviews and follow me on Instagram @InvincibleAsia. Until next time though, enjoy your Kung Fu and I will see you soon.